Good morning, Suraj Singh, civil engineer, Faridabad, Bharat, India, regarding various issues connected to you and to other people in this world. Issues related to my country, related to other countries. Elections have been over in two states, results have come, and manipulations have been done. EVMs have worked very well. The electronic voting machine has very well worked here, and this is result that BJP is going to form its government two states. No problem to me and no problem. Well, only answer is that people of this country are not at all in agreement. But BJP has fucked up in the last 5 years. Yet BJP has come back by hook or by crook by support of Election Commission, and they have used EVMs directly and indirectly, and there have been evidences. But people cannot do anything. They have come back to power, and particularly they have got back in absolutely in Maharashtra state, bigger state, while in Haryana they are being, they are doing everything which should be done ethically or morally. Public has given a mandate against the current regime of BJP, against some Chief Justice Khattar, yet by hook or by crook, by whatever means they are buying or whatever, I cannot say that they are coming back to power. No problem to me at all. Means let them enjoy power because they are power hungry. They have not seen power for 70 years, so they are in power now. They don't lose that. Well, no problem to me. It's nation, and democracy is there, and there is no set formula for democracy, and that's the reason. Because I have different opinion about democracy. For me, democracy is not like this. Democracy is a different way, and what that different way is, because suppose you are getting 30% votes and you're just one winning by one vote, and you are coming for 5 years into that position, and this is not actually real democracy. There should be change in that, and that change cannot be possible without public mandate. And that there's a proposal in my mind which I wrote before on Facebook, but nobody cared for that. Proposal is that if you are getting, say, votes, if one candidate gets votes up to 75%, just like you can say in marks, because distinction marks, or you can say marks which cannot be challenged, means a person who gets 70% marks, and he say that I am very intelligent, I am very brilliant, I pass qualified in every way. That should apply also to elections. And this is my mind. I'm not saying that it will happen, but just if you think that, you can do that. It's the way. Suppose there's election, polling, there are 70% polling, 60% polling, or whatever number polling is there. If a candidate gets 35% marks, 35% votes, other one gets 34% votes, and then one more gets 25% votes, and then the remaining other one. Person who gets highest number of votes, he is declared elected. That's right. No problem with that. The question is, suppose there's a difference of one vote, two vote, three vote, 100 vote, 200 votes, 30 number, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 votes. In lakhs polled, other person is rejected. This is his last one. That's right. This is democracy counting. But question is, person who is being posted, who is being gadgeted to a certain position, whether that person represents public mandate. Are you getting my point? If a person, first leader in that counting is elected for 5 years, does that person represent public mandate for 5 years? This is a big question to understand. We are educated people. There is proportioning, there is rationalization, and there are so many mathematical formula which are studied by students. Should we allow that person to rule in that position, to stay in that position, constitutional position for 5 years, despite getting only 25% public mandate? Because 70% are for or 60% are polled, means 30% are already not voted. They are neither means they are neutral people. And out of this 70%, you are getting 50, so 35%. 35%, half 100%, you see, out of 75, and you are going to claim your position for 5 years. Is that public mandate? What about those 65% people, or those remaining 35% who did not vote to this man, who voted to some other who got defeated? But that is also public mandate. Means public did not give 100% vote to this candidate and that candidate won. But another one who got one vote minus this person got vote, and he is rejected for 5 years. Is that right? Should we not consider it this way? Why not to do election reforming that we have to declare two candidates? If there's a case, suppose one candidate gets 75% votes, in that position, let him work for 5 years. because 75% is not challengeable, but 50% is challengeable, 35% is challengeable. Means there can be something, means why you can ignore other people. You are taking one person with 30% public mandate and you are rejecting other one with also having 30% mandate. So that person must be regarded. So should there not be a change in this? That if you are getting 70% polling and one person is getting say 35 to 40% vote and other one is getting say 34 to 38% vote, for example, why not proportion out of this 5 years into bifurcation? Let this man handle first one for 3 years or 2.5 years and other one second runner who is also in same position as this man is, but with little difference, a second runner. Why not give another chance for 2.5 years post the 2.5 years? So there should be rotation in that seat. What's wrong with that? You can say unity candidate, just like it happens in Israel, somewhere they call the unity government, or you can say coalition government here. But something like that, you can say, let you enjoy for 2.5 years and you enjoy for another 2.5 years, or you enjoy for 3 years, or you enjoy for 2 years. It's because you're both serving people, and public is also in that case better because they are getting their representation there directly. They are not depending upon the candidate which they don't prefer. Is it legally wrong? Yes, it is legally wrong at moment, but mathematically it is not wrong. What is meaning of democracy? Meaning of democracy is as much as public representation go to legislature to constitute government is democracy. If I want to pull 75% people to that seat, what's wrong? Okay, half time you take and half time you take. What's wrong with that? Yes, it will clarify, it will change, it will horrify system, it will teach lesson to those leaders who consider that this seat is my father's property. Now I cannot, nobody can remove me from this seat because when 2.5 years is over, half of tenure is over, another man has to come. And this means head of that government who's formed or head of legislature shall be impacted upon. For example, let us say one party has got 60 seats out of 100 seats. That God is leading of government. After 2.5 years, 20 candidates run away from that party and other 20 candidates come. This means that government falls. This means there's another head, another, you can say, leader of house, and that is what is required. Automatic change by public mandate. Why do you stick just now? Only we elect one candidate because they got one vote more. One vote more, but 99% vote less. You are getting one vote more and you're winning. And what about that person who got two less to you? Then you means what about that? Means you are just taking first person only to rule for 5 years, whereas remaining candidate is not working at all. This means this is not in fact a majority government. This is a part majority government, part government. Why not to take major portion of public opinion, public mandate to this seat? That's question. It will make different prime ministers in these stages. Maybe one prime minister is there for 3 years, and then another is for another 2 years or 3 years. That is required. That is election reform. And there should be a quality set. There should be a criteria set for qualification or eligibility of a candidate. Why not? We are going to appoint member of parliament, highest position in public. No more position exists in public higher than this. You may say, I am fool if I speak like this. No, I am quite rational. I am quite logical. And logical is this. We elect member of parliament. We don't elect member of Rajya Sabha. We elect only member of Lok Sabha. Similarly, we do not elect prime minister. We do not elect ministers. Similarly, we do not elect president. We don't elect vice president. We don't elect speaker of house. We don't elect vice chairman of house of Rajya Sabha. We elect only MP, Lok Sabha, and MLA and councillor and panchayat members. This is what public directly elect. As public, I elect member of parliament, and that member of parliament is legally my public representative, my political representative, my people's representative. That person assumes power as my general attorney or specific or special attorney in politics to represent me along with all other electorate voters in my constituency and goes to that house, whether it is Lok Sabha or it is States Assembly. And that person speaks on my behalf. I signed a by voting. I signed a consent in that elected member. That member has to work for me. And our constitution means public document has empowered that member of parliament Lok Sabha to elect leader of house. It's not majority question. There is no article in constitution of this country, Bharat, India, that mandates that prime minister shall be elected by a party. No, it shall be elected by House of Representative, which is our House of Commons like our Lok Sabha. This is lower house, and this house shall elect its leader, and that leader is known as Prime Minister. And that Prime Minister has a mandate of House, that is Lok Sabha. This means my elected member, my Sansad, has elected that Prime Minister on for me, for nation, for Bharat, for India. And also, my MP is a part of electoral college that elects president of this country as well as vice president of this country. It is only member Rajya Sabha. So my MP is also empowered to impeach Supreme Court judges. My MP is empowered to do so many things which other people cannot do. This means a power to elect prime minister, a power to elect president, a power to impeach Supreme Court judges, a power to motion of no confidence against prime minister, a power to raise question against president or to impeach such people, highest people. What does it mean? It means only MP Lok Sabha, who is my representative, who is my agent, who is my, you can say, delegate, diplomat to go to highest public house of this nation is my man, my political representation, my person to follow me, to do which he agreed with me. He has an agreement with me that he is a member of parliament on my behalf or on electoral behalf, elected behalf of that constituency. So I have to know who that person is. I must know that, and that person must know what we are in that constituency, what works are required, what development is required, and what are our problems in that constituency. And that person must know what is constitution of this country. Even that person must know how this problem to be solved. That person must know how that person can take problems of my area, my constituency to represent in House of Lok Sabha. Is that not required? A person who is having such high position, can we send anybody there? Can we send whatsoever person is there without knowing whether that person understands what is constitution, whether that person understands what are laws, whether that person understands what he has to do, whether that person can understand what comes into Lok Sabha to read and write? Can the person just understand what is a private bill? Can that person understand what is budgetary management? Can that person understand what are procedures of Lok Sabha? Yes, all these points require to be considered. Who shall consider them? Voters shall consider them. Means it's just like a position in public that you are appointing some person. You're appointing a government servant or some company servant or someone employee or some contractor in public life. A private contractor, maybe government, your party is there, one party is for there. So this relation between representation and public is a type of contract, though it's not in writing, but it is a constitutional one more than contractual one. It's clearly written in Article 81A of Constitution of our country that I, a citizen or public, or you can say public direct vote, which constitutes Lok Sabha, Membership of Lok Sabha means I am a part of that body which elects my member of parliament, and this means I am constitutional person also because I am voter. Voter is a constitutional person, member of parliament is a constitutional person. Both are constitutional person. So there is an agreement that is between a voter and a representative, and that agreement is the Constitution of India, Article 81, which says which mandates that I have to elect my member of parliament Lok Sabha. So should I elect my member of parliament or MLA on baseless terms? Should be baseless? Yes, I know I cannot recall back. I don't have that power to recall that candidate back before ending this term. That's right. But I have power to understand him, to know that candidate. What is this candidate? What his pluses and minuses, what that candidate's mind is, what that candidate thinks of nation, what that candidate thinks of constitution, what that person thinks of myself and yourself, what that person thinks of my area, what that person can do for us, what qualification, education wise, experience wise, and otherwise that person has got. Is this not my right to know? Why should I believe in certain political parties to decide to whom I have to vote? I am not born by political parties. I am not, you can say, living because of them. I am not born in this country to vote them for every 5 years. Why should I do that? I am not under them. I am not reporting to them. I have no relation to them. They are just like an organization, a company. A company, that's it, nothing else. It may be whatever political party. I have no direct relation constitutionally with them. They are constituted, they are registered under People's Representation Act, and not more than that. So why should I worry which political party? I am bound, I am expected to vote a candidate of my choice. And that choice not necessarily goes to political people, not at all. That choice can go to independent person, Swatantra Umidwar. Why do you actually that power is given to citizen of this country? Every citizen has a right to contest for election. That is what it is. Nowhere it mentions you have to vote a political person, political party, or candidate float to a political party. You are free to vote to whomever you want. So why don't you understand this? Moreover, we are concerned about existing corruption coming from where? Coming from politics. A party demands unofficially, of course, they demand unofficially few crores of rupees from their own party people, their own party workers. If somebody wants to contest, somebody wants nomination or ticket is so called, that person has to pay currently 6 crores or 7 crores or 5 crores, 10 crores. If that person pays that much to his political party, of course, negatively, indirectly, how can I expect that person to work for citizen? How can I expect that person? Because suppose one gives 10 crore rupees to political parties to get a ticket. This means that person has invested 10 crore rupees for 5 years. And in 5 years, that should be 10.5, and then it should be 15 crores. This is when this person's term over, he must have for his best at least 15 crores without any benefit, without any profit. Means 15 crores is genuine for that person. And that person, because he's just getting back his 15 crores, he has not got any benefit on that. He will think to have another 10 crore on that so that he enjoys his business. Means it is political business, political occupation, political vocation, political professionalism. Do you understand what I am saying? And this every party does. No one is Harish Chandra party. It may be Congress party, it may be BJP party, or it may be whatever else. They are not Satyavadi Harish Chandra. Satyavadi Harish Chandra do not exist since this time, in this age. They are all political commercial, political business people, political trade people. It is political trade. And when you don't get your 50% plus one, what do? You buy from other parties or you buy from oppositions, as it happened, everybody knows. Now it's happening in Haryana. They will buy people or they will incentive indirectly. So, do we need such legislature? Do we need such a government accepted out of legislature to work for us who start their foundation in corruption itself? If somebody buys MLA for 10 crores, I don't expect that MLA to work for me because it is not possible. There is no way out because investment has to come back first, and that person who gives money to party certainly shall try the best to get its money back first and then interest or profit on that. So this is business, and who is responsible for creating such business? It is citizen of my country. It is I am first blamable and then you are blamable. We all are blamable. I am not blaming these political parties because they have to survive. These are shops, political shops, constitutional shops. They are doing business to buy votes. They are marketing votes, marketing strategy. Maybe Congress, maybe BJP, maybe whosoever. I cannot be sentimentalized by them. I cannot be swayed by them because I, to some extent, think about myself, about my nation, and not about these business people of politics. And there are other business people above these business people who finance these political business people, and they are industrialists, they are factory owners, they are people who have money, and this, of course, money come from abroad also, by illegal means. So, if you want to promote this nation, if you want to value your preambles, if you want to respect your democracy, if you want to respect, regard your status of republic, sovereign, etc., whatever is included on the preamble of this constitution, we have to understand first what is being done, what is happening. We have to analyze what is happening, how to avoid that. Of course, there shall be some difficulty, but that is going to happen sometimes. 2019 has come to a stage where people have been fed up by all political parties. But unfortunately, they have no other option, they have no other alternative at all. No alternative at all. Because of us, because of we people of this country, Bharat, we are blamable ourselves. I blame myself first because I do not think otherwise than these political parties. Question is, why should I worry? Somebody asked me yesterday, my friend, my doctor, did you vote? I said, no meaning of vote. For what, to whom, and for why? Why should I vote? There are only options, either BJP or Congress. Am I slaves to these parties? Why I am slave? If that person who seeks vote, he doesn't have any, will to come to me at least to tell us all this thing, why should I worry about the person? Yes, you bought party ticket, get lost. I don't care for you. It is your business, it is not my business to be elected. You bought money, you got tickets from a Congress or BJP, and you are not even coming to ask for vote. You are taken for granted that you either vote me or vote opposite one. You have that formula in mind, so you have chance, 50-50 chance, either you lose or you gain. If that picture has been established in political candidates, why should we worry about them? It is better to think of those candidates who are party free. Why not think about them? If people so serious, they become so serious to think about non-political party candidates, believe me, more and more and more and more genuine people, honest people, dedicated and devoted people shall start coming into political service. I should not call them political profession, because those people who shall not buy ticket of political party, and if they are elected, they will serve this country because they have not spent 10 crores before entering into a constitutional position. A person who has spent 10 crores certainly shall convert it to 20 crores. Why we should blame that person? We should blame ourselves if we voted to that person. Why should we vote them? If I have no independent choice, I have no nota. Nota also no meaning, because nota is also no meaning at all. This is just a fancy nota. If I don't know those candidates, how can I say that they are not good? So nota is also useless. In fact, I say none of above. Right? Is none of above. Who none? Do I know who are they? Before going to polling station, am I given a list or CV of those all candidates who are contesting from my constituency, that this person is this person is this, and this person is this? Make an option and vote. That should be right procedure. But it is duty of election commissioner, it is duty of government, it is duty of system that has to inform me, but there is no information at all. Just blindly go and vote. How it is possible? Means either you are voting in party name or you are voting in a man name who claims that will be prime minister or chief minister. That is not requirement of my constitution. There is no definition, no provision as such that I have to vote for a political party or I have to vote a candidate, possible candidate of prime ministership or of chief ministership. So why should I go for polling? My question is this. One side I say it is my duty. Yes, I regard that. I salute and I have to abide by that. But with whom? It's my duty to vote blindly? No, it's not my duty to vote blindly. But people have brought political situation to that level. You do not know candidate, you do not know anything about that candidate, and you just vote on a symbol. This is not constitutional requirement. This is an artificial arrangement created by certain political parties. We should vote to a person and not to a political party and not to a symbol itself. That is what constitution demands and that is what democracy demands. I have to know my representative because I am saying that person is my representative. And if I don't know my representative, what is meaning of representative? That person has got no representative relation to me and I don't have any representation related to me. I cannot delegate my value to him, my authority to him, and that person got no authority from me, so that person is honor himself. Why should that person care for me? If I have to raise my problem in parliament, I cannot raise because I cannot enter parliament and I cannot raise my voice. If my voice is not raised directly, my voice should be raised by political representative or public representative or people's representative, but that person doesn't come to me. And even if suppose I send some letter to that person won't take care of that because that person seeks indirect money for that, indirect service. Question is how to solve this problem. Maybe you people will not agree, I know. It's not EVM issue. I'm not talking of EVM issue now. I'm talking something else. You are required by law, by constitution, to constitute house. It is whether Lok Sabha or it is assembly. It's not required to elect a public representative from a political party or to elect either prime minister or chief minister. It's not required. There's no law. Only requirement is you have to elect your representative in status of a member of parliament, Lok Sabha, or member of legislative assembly, state. You can elect anybody, whosoever you want. You have to elect certain person, some person whom you think, you believe that that person would serve you in capacity of your political representative, legislature, legislative representative. For that, you are free to elect whosoever you think is good for you, or if you yourself are candidate, welcome. That change can bring turmoil to existing political corruption. That change can, because that independent person, that person who is free of political parties, first of all, that person has not to spend any money on to buy a party ticket. First saving is yourself. 5 to 10 crores rupees are saved, and that person cannot pay 5 to 10 crores because that person is a common person, common citizen coming from whatever background. That person must be, you can say, honest one, a sincere one. And we have to set certain educational qualification for him because after all, education is also very important. We cannot engage someone who knows nothing on such a high position. That person Qualification must be set to some extent so that that person knows what is constitution of this country, what is Lok Sabha procedure, what is the assembly procedures. That person at least should understand what is bill, what is budget, and all that knowledge can come only once one is educated one. It doesn't matter you are educated in Hindi or English or Tamil or what. You must know that you can read, you can understand, you can interpret, and you can communicate. That is qualification. You can be postgraduate for that. Yes, MP position requires some kind of some certain kind of highest study or higher study. You can say I'm not that used to doctorate, but at least some respectable qualification, some respectable academics one should have. Of course, some concession can be granted to women, some concession can be granted to reservation classes, some concession granted to disability, but on average, one should be very, very, very literate. That can serve this country. And if you take risk for once, elect as many as independent legislators. Believe me, this corruption shall automatically go away. These men also can be corrupted. I'm saying yes, of course, they are also human beings, but not that much. Because there are two types of corruptions. One is, let us just say, nominal one. People are taking, you can say, a small salt in flour, it's like that. But now what's happening is not salt, whole is salt. Whole is salt. No project is done, payment is done. Tender is only for namesake. People are already there. Tender is just to complete formality, but we know who is going to win that. There is a pooling or there is a nomination. Of course, nomination is also real in contracts. There's some is fixed for nominated contract, but here everybody is nominated. That type of corruption, which is major one, can be eradicated by public power. I do not give any power to constitutional election commissioner or to prime minister. Power is a property, it is an ownership which is endowed on every citizen of this country. Yes, Congress was there, has been there, and would be there, but Congress is also a political shop now. It is not that Congress in which there are freedom fighters included, they led this country to freedom. But these political parties, if they do not come to public service correctly, rightly, one day must be thrown off from our political spectrum, our constitutional spectrum. I should not say political spectrum, it should be called constitutional spectrum, and it's actually my error that I am using word political because politics is not defined in constitution. It's not defined. We are just using political words, just like people are using name of Bharat as India, which is Bharat, not India, not Hindustan, which is Bharat, and we do same error again and again and again. Well, that is something different, means imaginative. What I'm saying is we have to amend ourselves. People have to be strong. We have to fight with system at every step to correct polluted system, to correct erroneous system. And it takes, of course, because we are large people, 140 crores, it takes too long for communication to all sections of our society, which is not really admirable. Issue of EVM is very, very significant these days because it is being abused by election commissioner and by political leaders, or we can say constitutional leaders. This is being abused and we know it. No need explanation, no need submission of evidence because court knows it very well and system knows it very well. They know it, but they will not act on this because vested interest exists everywhere. Judges are not that type of judges. They should have, they should have been. They cannot decide and they would not decide. When judiciary does not decide something, Its responsibility goes to highest judiciary of a nation, and that's public. Because after all, country composes of is composed of people and not of judiciary or legislature or executive. They are our doings to serve us. Judiciary is respected because it used to work for people. But now judiciary is not working exclusively for people, it is also working for government, which is not at all accepted. It is not acceptable. There have been proofs, it's true, that they are not taking actions on many burning issues. If they are supposed to take action, judiciary is required to protect rights of people, but it has failed drastically. I mean it. So we have to change our system, and that can be done only by our own arrangements. Only ways where we have to come forward ourselves to stand for elections, to contest elections. Young people who are well educated and also enthusiastic, they must come forward. Seniors must come forward. I cannot see those people above 60 that was a question of something that you must be strong enough. You must be mentally and physically strong enough, and must be, you can say, you must have sentiments as well as mind to work for people. So seniors can be very well guide, but those people who are in profession, on whichever profession, or who have certain will to arrange or change this country to better state, should participate in constitutional arrangement. I should not say politics, better considers constitutional management of our country. Our country is based on constitutional directory, constitutional mandate. So constitutional people should understand that this political kachra, this political sewage, this political rubbish must be removed from our system before removing this plastic polluters. We have to remove that, and that can be removed only by people of this country. We do not want that political parties or constitutional, these foolish people of political and constitutional management, these constitutional managers should not do more to spoil this nation. We have to prevent it, because people have been suffering now. People have been suffering in every sphere of our life. It may be finance, it may be, you can say, employment, factory, industrialization, it may be villages, it may be agriculture, but whatever field, you can say, states and union companies and all that. People have been suffering, have been impacted upon adversely by abusive management of governments and legislature and judiciary. So we must take care of ourselves, and we come forward as independent people, and public should respect independent candidates also. It's not that we think of BJP and Congress, because that is now like rotten food. These people are rotten food. If you eat this food, we will have certainly gastric problem in us. I don't want hydrogen sulfide to stain my body and smell me. I should not want to smell that. It's a offensive one. So we have to become hydrogen sulfide ourselves and offend this system which is being abused by these constitutional managers. If we do this, I'm just advising, and I am expecting that people understand this. No problem once if you elect 400 or 500 independent MPs, no problem at all. You will see who will become prime minister in that case. Why are you so worried about that? Tell me, why do you worry about that? When there are 545 MPs in her house, and majority of them are non-political candidates or non people's representative, like from parties, and they are independent, free. They can themselves decide, either by a vote or by something else or by agreement, that this man is prime minister, this man is leader of house. That's not a problem, not at all. At least that person shall not be biased one. That person shall be free and shall have certain responsibility. That person shall be accountable to MPs as well as to public. But now those who are in power, they are not accountable to anyone. That is difference. We want people. You may say it is idealist talk. No, it's not idealistic talk. It's a real talk. You elect those people who are ready to serve this nation from independent status, and you tell them not to join whatever these parties, so that you are free from all crimes and your character shall be evaluated, your moral shall be evaluated by people. That stage can bring everything. Check under can say, check under means whatever you do under you will check, not above you. Will check under you, because under you means secrecy and above you is openness. Will check you in secrecy. You do whatever you want to do as our representative, but it should be in national interest and our interest. We do not want to sell this country. We want to protect it. We want ownership of public in and as many fields as possible. After all, it's a public who- whose country is this? It's not these leaders. Leaders are made by us. We send them to these houses, and after reaching there, they start thinking that we are subordinate to them. Sorry, they talk as if they are everything. That is not acceptable. Being leader, being people's representatives, you have highest responsibility. You have accountability. You are being paid. You are being allowed every facility for your comfort so that you work for us without any fatigue, without any tension, without any stress and strain. You should work for us. That is what is required. And if people can do that, we shall be lucky. But it would take time, I know. People don't want these rubbish parties now, because these parties are also like shops, all parties. Just for example, what is happening in this election? You see Haryana and Maharashtra. They have used power, of course. They are coming back to power. What's the purpose of election then? If we cannot change government, people voted against some person in this election in Haryana. They voted against some person, some chief minister, and all ministers are out. See, even then they are hungry for government constitution. That party is hungry for this power. And those people who are independent or other one who have been elected because public wanted to throw this government out, yet this government they are supporting again. What is this nonsense? There is no public respect. That's what I'm saying. We should respect party free candidates. I am with those people who are with free candidates, but unfortunately people do not think that way, because we are promoting corruption ourselves. Question arises, why should somebody pay 5 crore, 10 crore, 15 crore to a party for candidature? Why should one pay? After all, where is law as such? Where is provision such that you pay by ticket of party? This is corruption. This is start of corruption. Because first of all, that party is accepting this, and this candidate is accepting that. This means there is an exchange. There is a tacit exchange, an agreement, unwritten agreement, that we will allow you this, and this, and you do this, and this. Why should we accept that? And once that person is there, that person doesn't bother about public. Let them what they will what automatically to me. That concentration comes into mind means he doesn't want that person doesn't go to public to tell what that one do. Oh, in name of Prime Minister, in name of you vote me, for nation you vote me, for this you vote me, for that vote me. Why should I vote you in name of nation? Why? What did you do for nation? Did you get this nation liberated? What is your contribution to this nation? So why are you talking about this nation? That you will do this for this nation? You tell me, as I am a voter, I have a right to know what shall you do for 5 years? And had you there for previous 5 years, what you have done there? And if you are not there, what did your party do? What did your leader do? This is my fundamental right to know. Why should I vote then if you have not done something or you are not good something? I should vote you because of belonging to some party, or you are a light person, or you are very fine by face. Why should I vote you? This is a question, and we should ask this question. In name of country, why I should vote you? In name of army, why I should vote you? In name of religion, why should I vote you? Ask me, why should I vote you? And I ask you, why you expect vote from me? I will not vote you like this. I have to vote in name of my welfare, public welfare, state welfare, national integrity. All that points are considered. You tell me, what do you know about this nation? You tell me that. But you will not tell me that. Because you are not coming to even for vote. You are just taking a procession, a jalous in the streets, doing like this. Modi, 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 Rahul, Rahul, Rahul. That is not my requirement. My requirement is your tendency. What you do for me, I want to know that. What do you for this area? You are paid your fund. How can you utilize that? Give me some plan. Write some paper. Give me your biodata or curriculum vitae. I want to see you one line by one line. What are you? That much I need. I don't want your 1 hour long speech. No, I don't need that. I want assurance in writing. Give me assurance in writing. I don't want later you speech. This was Jumla. I am not living for Jumlas. For symbolism. No, I am not living for symbolism. I am living real life. I have many problems. You have to solve those problems. I have many, many, many national issues. You have to solve those national issues. If you cannot do that, why I should vote you? Why? Tell me. You cannot tell me. Because you are kachra. You are plastic polluted. You are sewage. You are dirty water. You are hydrogen sulfide. That's why I don't elect you. But unfortunately, people elect you. That's a problem. One man cannot do anything if people don't support. But you will not do that. You are a parrot of a leader. In name of that, you are a parrot and chanting back, man, give me name, give me vote in that name, give me vote in that name, give me vote in that name. I am not donating anything to you. I am not saying, I am not matadata. Believe me, I am not matadata. What you call it? I am matadhikari. I am officer of vote. It's my vote right, and this right I am transferring to you to serve me. I am not matadata. I am not giving anything free or something, because once I donate to you, I cannot take back. I cannot ask you what you did with that thing. But once I say no, it's my delegation. You go and work for me as my, you can say, attorney. You are my representative. I am your principal. You work for me. That is relation between a voter in democracy and a candidate in democracy. We do not understand this. Somebody said me, oh, he is having a status, he is MP. What bloody status that MP is having? I gave this status, you gave this status. Who is higher? Voter is higher. MP is lower. And Prime Minister further lower. Try to understand this stair, this waste flight. It's not otherwise. If there is no voter, there is no MP. And there is no MP, there is no PM. That is provision according to constitution of our country, and not only our country, all democratic countries. Of course, with variation in their structure of constitutions. Our constitution is very strong. If you analyze it correctly, it is an abstract of requirement. Yes, there are defects somewhere, there are errors somewhere, which are amendable, modified. But on overall gross basis, you can say, we have to follow that. And if we follow that, we can change our nation democratically. We can bring people who dedicate, who devote to this nation. We can bring honest, sincere, very well educated leaders into our arena. That is required. Believe me, I want to see a day on a day when we have say 400, more than 400 member of parliaments from party free status. And that day would be called real democratic day, when we will be in a position to elect public PM and not party's PM. That is a requirement. That is hunger of this nation. That is thirst of this nation. And we are not getting that. We are not getting that at all. If you understand my point, you can realize if I'm wrong or I'm right. Well, as regarding elections, you can understand this. It's your choice. My duty is, my moral is to advise, to speak on behalf of myself and on behalf of public. After all, I am one part like you, and we have to take care of this. I do not criticize someone. I am criticizing system mismanagement, abusive management. Our leaders have converted what is required in another way. You can say it's the luffing action. Our people are luffing people, luffang people. They do not want to serve people, they want to serve themselves. Once somebody comes to power successfully, that person doesn't want to leave their seat at any cost, and that is not democracy. We have to honor ourselves, our people, our constitution, our country, to honor that. But we have failed so far drastically. We fight together among ourselves, religion wise, caste wise, without knowing what we are doing, without knowing that. And that is poison. When you take caste and religious regions into your spectrum of democracy, you you can say slow poison your nation towards death, because society is there, nation is there, otherwise nothing. If we are just wasting time, just conflicting ourselves based on religions, we are losing our strength. Religion has nothing to do with us. Even if we differentiate, it is personal one. It is only personal, nothing else. Don't waste your time in that. You need job, you need employment, you need food, you need house, you need your can say requirements, and in future more and more you need, because people can say population is increasing, demands are increasing, and requirements are increasing. These people would not help you, you have to help yourself. So you think yourself that you are powerful. Don't think that you are only a voter. You are a voter and you are a hitter as well. You are a changer as well. You are a maker as well. You are a checker as well. You are an inspector as well. Whatever is not there, you are there. Keep that in mind. Don't be fooled by these leaders, because they have only one way traffic. They have only one destination, that every 5 years they want to take your vote and then bye bye, thank you very much. I got your vote, my purpose is over. You go to dream, you go to septic tank, you go to moon, or you go to hell. I don't care. This is what political leaders speaks loudly without any voice. If you understand this point, you will forget Congress, you will forget BJP, you will forget all these group leaders. There will be new political parties possibly, constitutional status possibly. There will be new managers possibly, but right one. Just I said for electoral reforms, think on this. After all, if I am wrong, try to tell me where I am wrong. What is democracy? Proposing means more and more representation into our legislature, into government. That is required. Currently, a party which is getting 25% to 30% votes, they rule for 5 years without having any public mandate of 75% or 60%. Where is the mandate of 60% who voted against this party? That mandate is not there. That representation, not proportioning is not there, and this is a problem actually. Means at least 70%, 80% public representation should go to legislature. That is real requirement. The constitution is silent on this, and people's representative act is silent on this. Why it people represent act can be amended? Why it can't be amended? There are so many countries where percentage also counted. This party got so many percentages, this party got so many percentages. There's a mathematical variation, but people are getting chance. Why not to give chance to all, or to as many as possible? Why should we rely on one MP for 5 years when that MP is supported only by 30% votes? Let there be another person who's got 29% vote. What's problem? Half you or half you. That's more better. Why should we not have better status? Why should we just depend upon like donkeys? No, this man has one vote more. He is there. You have one vote less. You go back. You're nothing. Hence, his follow-up is not evaluated. His report, his support is not used. Only this person used, and that's what is called political corruption. Because this person is not well represented and the rules for 5 years and you are ignored, amended better. There's no constitutional bar to this status. It's only political bar, it is only management bar, no constitutional bar at all. Because constitution is silent on all such issue, constitution is silent on educational qualification, constitution is silent on many other issues. If it is silent, it's better for us because it gives us a room, it gives accommodate our alternative minds. That's required. Many countries are having problems going on everywhere. It's not that we have problems in Jammu Kashmir, problems more. We are ready. Now we are just doing nothing for Jammu and Kashmir. They say elections have been conducted. What is meaning of such election? That people are not there. Tell me. People are not free. They are not mentally free. They are in depression. 45% people in Jammu and Kashmir are in depression because of 3 months approximately. It's approximately 3 months now that they are down. They are locked up. They are enslaved. And you are talking of election. Shame unto you, this country. Shame, 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 and shame to power infinity to this country, people. Prime Minister claiming elections have been done. New age has started. Bloody hell, what age has started? What conducted election? Who conducted? What conducted? You arrested people. You're saying elections were conducted. People are not free. You're getting silencious. 1 year I keep silence. Slavery bound. Are they slaves? Are people in Kashmir our slaves? If they are slaves, we are also slaves then. Shall we sign this bond for ourselves? Okay, we will not speak for 5 years, whatever you do, Prime Minister. We will not speak against you. Can we sign that? Can we sign that? Ask yourself. Ask yourself, where are you? We have violated totality human rights for people of Jammu and Kashmir. And we are proud of that. We are just taking excuses, giving excuses. We are wrong. We have to amend ourselves. If we do not amend, remember, excessive force always doesn't work. What I mean excessive force? Let us take example of soil. You know what is soil? Mitti. When do compaction work for some filling, back filling, you can say we excavate some foundation, we have to fill back. When we fill it back, either use your machine to press it. It's called compaction in technical language. We are compacting that soil after watering it. When it gets soft, we just some type of jumping machine or some kind of vibrating machine to compact it. Or if machine is not available, we use manual rammers and compact it like this. So that weight, density of unit of that soil is heavier, you can say. It is further densified. I'm just using this term because you may not understand what I'm going to say. Density of that film material is increased more and more and more. But remember, at one stage, this density also starts stopping. It goes on vibrating to some percentage, which is called 95 to 98% moisture content or compaction. Let's say Proctor density. Up to that level, it is compacted. If you further compact this, it's all waste of energy because it will be compacted but rebound. Human rebound coming is down, say coming back. When you remove that compactor, that vibrating machine, it comes back. Even if you do again and again, it will come back again and again. That is called compaction and that's called rebound. And this is first stage actually, compaction. There's another stage which takes years and years, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 100 years or more to consolidate it. Means whatever density, whatever weight it gets by compaction activity, that weight doesn't increase, but in a period of time and decades, it further increases. It solidifies it, and that is called consolidation. So we have to apply this term. Compaction means densification and further densification means consolidation. Compaction plus consolidation should be our destiny for our constitutional management. That's what I have to say. We have to first compact it, let's pack it well, densify, and then we have to press it for in years and in coming time so that it is very solid. That's what's required. So we have to change our mode if we are interested in. We cannot ignore people. We have to understand requirement of people. We have to know where is pain in people. Maybe people are wrong somewhere. It is duty of public to change them right, to set them right. And government is public. Public is government. Remember, this is democracy. We are government, we are public. And government is public. They are not masters. They have been extracted out from ourselves. So they are same as we are. We are paying them, they are reporting to us. They are our part. They are an integral part, but they are not doing that. They have just draw a line that I am government and you are public. That line is not required. Because we ourselves are born because we are sovereign. We are sovereign. We are responsible for ourselves. And for our assistance, there is a government, there is a legislature. This is a relation. We are not slaves, so no state is a slave. Same thing applies to JNK also. They are not our slaves. Why have you enslaved them? We have tried, first of all, to combat them, combat by army, which is not right path. Our defense forces are not meant for this purpose. Yes, in emergency, they help us, and thanks for that. In wars, they fight for us, thanks for that. But suppression of rights, oppression of rights, violation of fundamental rights of humanity is in no way acceptable, even if it is under military, under army, under defense forces, because this is not purpose. This is not objective of defense forces, because those people are not our enemies. Those people are family members. And we have so far done bad with them. We have to accept this openly if we want respect in world. Otherwise, you are same as Israel is. You are same as Hitler was. You are same as others were. There is no difference at all. You are killer, they were killer. You are beast, they were beasts. There's no difference. We are considering ourselves super now. What super? We cannot treat people very well and we are super. Shame on us. India, Bharat has a reputation. It had reputation of best country in humanity, best country in democratic principles, best country in sovereignty, best country in socialism, best country everywhere. But we have worsened that. We have broken that status, broken that reputation. We have withdrawn from good status. Why we have withdrawn? Because of our misdeeds. We are just in the name of elections can do anything. I am people of this country, I am head of this country, say it is my duty to talk to my people because head should act like father and mother. Head should act like guardian, should act like mother and father. Why we are not acting that way? If our people are wrong, can you throw them out? Can you kill them? You cannot kill them. You have to set them right. And this is not a way to set them right. You have done a revolting formula. You have applied a formula where these, if they were wrong before, they will be further wrong and they will be beyond control. That's what you are. Who told you to do all this? It is foolishness. And we are invited a war. We have invited a war with Pakistan because of this. It may be there within weeks, within few weeks, or I don't know when. It's going towards situation of war. And who trusts war? Who in world trusts war? At least good people, intelligent people do not trust war. What is your meaning of intelligence if we have to fight only? If we have to use hard pursuit for solutions? No. We have to think this way. Government has to think this way. Public has to think this way. There are solutions for every issue. Maybe we are wrong somewhere. Maybe these people are wrong somewhere. Or maybe some other country wrong somewhere. Everybody does mistakes. We have to see where we are wrong and correct it. And that's it. Every time arguing, no meaning. We have to think on somewhere. If we have done some mistake, correct it. If these people are wrong, teach them. But you are not doing that. You are just taking a stone and throwing on them. Big stone mountain you are throwing on them. Guns you are throwing on them. You are killing them morally, spiritually. This is not our country like that. It's not Bharat I am proud of. It's not that. I have to set my Bharat right. And this is because of these abusive people who abuse our constitution. This is because of that. We have to understand this point. World is changing very fast. World is changing very fast. NAM, N-A-M, NAM, Non-Aligned Movement. It's 18th conference is going on in Venezuela. Go and see. 180 countries are member of that. And we were once leader of NAM when Jawaharlal was there, Indira Gandhi was there. It's like another world. Like UNO. Of course, UNO is chartered one. NAM is also its own charter. All countries who are not very powerful are there. They are talking there. They used to talk here in our country. Iran, which is supposed to be which was unlike, you can say people, they don't know about that very much, speaks loud there. America is scared of Iran. Shiite country. Saudi is fearing Iran. Gulf countries are fearing Iran. European countries are fearing Iran. Iran is involved in many places. It is involved in Syria. It is involved in Saudi. It is involved at many Libya. This Lebanon. Iran is coming out as a powerful country, scientifically, engineering wise, and political wise. We didn't know that before. We just heard Iran, Iraq like that. But it is different Iran. If they are true what they are saying, nobody is talking of us. Iran is threatening America. We don't listen to you. First do this. Very good stand. Actually, it has taken. If you see, there was an agreement between many countries of Europe, including Russia and France, etc., and USA and Iran. All these nations had some joint contract to prevent nuclear promotion, to prevent, we can say, construction of nuclear bombs, use this nuclear energy for peaceful purposes. But America showed its might. I don't agree with this agreement. Obama did this. I pull out of that. So America pulled out of that. Once it pulls out that and threatening Iran, if you do this, I'll do this against you. I'll fight against you. I'll sing against you. Iran did not fear. What Iran said? Listen, look, America, you have violated this contract. This is an international treaty. This is registered contract. We know. You have come out of this contract, so you have violated this. You have violated this. I did not violate this. Because you have violated this, I'll change my course of action and I'll start proliferating nuclear power for non-peaceful purposes. US frightened European countries, it frightened France, it frightened others. They are, Europe. They are small countries. They started fearing America. But Iran, they told Iran, change your stand, and change your stand. But Iran said, no, either accept what I say, what this contract says. I am not saying accept what Iran says, accept what contract says. And if you don't accept, I don't care about you also. This is Iran. It's threatening Syria also. It's threatening, it's in Lebanon. Lebanon, you know what states in Lebanon? People are fighting because of economy. They're fighting because of economy. Our economy is more worse than what Lebanon. It's a very small country, Lebanon, Beirut. I have seen many Lebanese people. I have worked with them. But they have energies to fight. We don't have. Believe me, I'm not surprised. I'm surprised. Only this country is so cold. Believe me, we are so cold society. We are frozen so people. We don't want to heat up. We don't want to boil. If my rights are violated, my freedom is violated, if my money is looted, I am not active. I don't know why. Even a dog on road runs behind a car to fight with car. But we have been looted. We are being sold. We are not being allowed to work. We do not care for, okay, loot me, beat me, do whatever you want with me. I am ready to submit to you. Our submissions is very, very dangerous. Our submission. Why we submit? Employment is my right. Work is my right. Education is my right. Health is my right. Vote is my right. Money is my right. Participating in constitutional management is my right. What is not my right? But if I cannot avail that right, what I shall do? It is better to fight for yourself because you should not submit to whatever regime is there. Regime is a regime, believe me. Once you are in power, you becomes very proud. I am Prime Minister. I am President. I am Minister. I have this power. Once you get constitutional power, you forget those people who brought you to that power. That's the problem. That point of service that should exist here, I have to serve people, I have to serve this country, that is removed. A king is born in your mind, and that king is very dangerous because you are so powerful, you keep distance from your public. Only your mind is speech, not public mind is speech, and that's the problem. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. Public now is different. A part of public is only boiling, major part is not boiling. We should learn from Lebanon. Their economy is bad, too bad, country is too small. Even then, they are threatening government. Listen, government, don't do this or get out. Hong Kong, part of China. Listen, government, You did something wrong on legislature, get out. These people, these leaders are ready to agree, but those people are not listening. Hong Kong society is not listening to their lady president saying thing. Lebanon people are not listening to their current president. It's happening everywhere. Syria is another example. US, big boss, they call US king of this world. Changed his mind many times. This old man, President Trump, every day changes his mind. Every day gives different statements. One day says I'm withdrawing from Libya. Next day says I'm not withdrawing. I'm putting there. One day I'm going out of Libya. I'm going out of Syria, going to Iraq. Iraq says I don't accept you. Iraq says I don't accept you. Who are you to come to my country without my permission? Yes, you can take transit from my country and leave. You can't stay in my country to contest, to fight, to war. No, I don't allow you. Same country, Iraq. See difference. Go to Venezuela. What America did not do for that? He did everything to remove Maduro. Maduro did not leave. Maduro did not leave. There was an allegation that he came back to power by using manipulations. Still there because China is there. China has a lot of investment in Venezuela. Still Maduro existing. Now to yesterday I saw him on NAM summit talking. What I'm saying is in Syria, Russia is dominating now. Turkey is dominating now. Problems of so many complex issues are there. Yemen people are having different type of agreement always and then breaking agreement. Which corner this world? We have to understand world. Israel Palestine a major issue now. Israel Netanyahu claiming to be president or prime minister forever once like that. Gone. Submitted. I cannot found government. He wanted to stay for 5 years, but he's down. Netanyahu. Gantz is there. He has been allowed another chance. Okay, you try. Ultimately, possibly, there will be third election in Israel. They are killing Palestinians. I don't know why they are killing them. What Palestine has gone against them, what they have done bad to this country, Israel. They are human beings. Some of them are Muslims. Some of them are Christians. This is Palestine. For 7 decades, more than 7 decades, they have been struggling. And Israel is acting as criminal against them. Is acting as terrorist state. And we are friend to that country, unfortunately. He kills kids, he kills females, women, youth, he kills old men, he kills no mercy at all, no dignity at all. Catch land, make your house, break Palestinian house, do this and do that. It's my land, it's not your land. You come out from here, I put you in jail, you go on under strike, I don't care for you. And their court is also like that. Are we learning from Israel? I think so, we are learning from Israel. Nonsense that is. Bharat has to learn from Israeli country. What? We are so proud for what? See, trade is trade, that is different. What we are so serious about Israel? What Israel is? They were hit by Hitler. Hitler understood them very well what they are. And Israel is against Muslims. For what I don't know. Israel considers all these Muslims terrorists. I don't know what basis. For him, for Israel, all Palestinians are terrorists. Strange. How Palestinians are terrorists? We people don't know what Palestine is. You find some Palestine in your life and see what Palestine is. More hardworking than we are. Of course, there's a problem of language. But those who know language, those who are foreign educated, US educated, English educated, Canada educated, there is no difference between their pickup power and our pickup power. I have worked with many Palestinians. I have worked with many Lebanese. I have worked with many Syrians. I have worked with many Libyans, Iraqis, Philistines, and you can say Philippines, Thailand people, more than 50 nationalities. I have experience of working. God has given me this chance to work with more than 50 nationalities around the world. I know how people conduct, how they behave, what they think, and we do not work that way in our country. We are hierarchy bound, we are bureaucratic bound, we are can say abusive bound, we are corruption bound, we are non-quality bound, we are not safety bound. We have actually every bound that should not be bound, and that is our bad luck. That we do not respect these values, these norms, these traditions of profession. You go and see everywhere here, you will not find any quality everywhere in spare parts, in products, in deliveries, or whatever way you take, you will not find any quality effect. You will not find any safety effect. You will find only untrustworthy statements, untrustworthy reliability. Everything you will find, but you will not find something good. Whole world is watching us, and we are watching whole world. You cannot simply say they are watching us. Of course, they are watching us because there has been change in design for last 6 years, and they want to know what is that. Whole world doesn't understand what we are, but we have to. And same way, others have to be understood. It's not 50 years old. But the countries that don't know each other. People are now connected. They know what we are and what they are. We know, and we have to know more than what we know about them. We cannot confine ourselves to only this country. We have to see what culture is there, what thinking is there, what professional way is there in other countries. I am finding there is no specialty, very extraordinary specialty in any country. They're all like us. What happened in summer vacation? This summertime, the gone. What happened in France? What happened in Germany? What happened in USA? What happened in England? They all failed to resist heat waves, just like we fail every time. Now they experience what is heat. They experience what is flood. They experience what is cyclone. They experience now. And they experience now what is crime. Crime was there before also, but we were not aware. When I was small, I was told there are glass roads in France, but there is no glass road. They are human beings like us, except they are professionals, they're traditionals. They respect self, they respect society, they respect rights, they respect profession, and they work. And here we are same, but we have no standard management, and that's only a problem. Democracy is everywhere. Even in Gulf countries, there is democracy, and they understand democracy. We have very old democracy. We have democracy in ancient times. We had democracy, but we have failed to understand democracy. We have failed to understand what does change mean. Change we do not recognize. That is a big problem for us. World is to be understood. It's not only our country. USA is not that USA which we dreamed of. It's an ordinary one. We just call superpower because they are wealthy. They have some technique. They have something. You see, war is going on. Traditional war. Economical war is going on, has been going on. But in US and China, every day there is news. This is what China says, that what says. Today something is better, tomorrow something is worse. It's like a film story going on every day. I read newspapers from all these countries, particularly from Far East, China, Gulf countries, Quiet News, or you can say Gulf News, or you can say Al Jazeera News, or you can say many other news, you say Arab News. And I am not accessible to New York News and Washington News because of the charge some money. So I don't want to pay money and just for news. So I try to collect news from these various sources. And for example, Pakistan news or our news and many other countries' news. I just try to collect information from them just to put in one place so that people get a chance to know what is happening everywhere. And once we know what's happening everywhere, and we have a forum, this internet, Facebook, others, that we should make positive use, and that's what we're doing. If we don't do that, we don't even know where is Syria. Though there's news, how many people know where is Syria? How many people know where is Lebanon? How many people know where is Libya, or where is Mauritania, or where is Tunisia, or where is Algeria or Nigeria? How many people know that? How many people know where is Shanghai, where is China, where is Australia. Very few people know that. It is required to be known. Many people don't even know what is Arab. When I used to post some letter to some country and went to post office long back. He said, Fernando, I had to post something to somewhere else. Okay, this is South Africa. South Africa. Okay, okay, so he just put a stamp. Of course, that one. We do not even know what is UAE. It was UAE before. We don't even know what is Qatar. Many people don't even know what is Iraq and what is Iran. Just like we used to say everybody Bengali long back when we don't understand that. So then we say, okay, so we have to understand them. There are around 190 nations in this world, small nations and big nations. We have to know them, we have to understand them, we have to know them. Otherwise, we shall be like fools in living in darkness. Our education should be so. People say, why are you doing all? Well, this is the interaction. What's wrong with that? We should know what's happening everywhere because we should not forget that people are also trying to know us what we are doing. Just having a document of constitution is not enough. Just having education is not enough. You are well educated, you have degrees and diploma and certification, and if you don't understand that, you just stay in your cold drum. I have to just live for my job to make money and to live. That is not objective of your life. We have to understand this. We have to think for positive actions based on negative formula. We have to live our way. We have to think of our country and we think of other country because without inter-exchange of trade, you cannot live alone. Every country has different. Suppose you don't got petrol and diesel today from Arab world, how shall we live? Just think on. Your all sectors where oil is to stop. It is science, it's technology you should respect in addition to your faith. Faith is one thing. But faith relies upon reality. You cannot pray if you don't have food. You cannot pray if you don't have any basis. You cannot pray if you are not healthy. So many considerations are there. It's not simply original discussion. We have to consider many things. See what's happening in Libya? Libya, it was a great country once. Great, not in the sense of a rich or it was powerful. It was a peaceful country. It was. I was there in 83, 84, and I worked around for 2 years there, and there was no problem. Yes, they had their own democracy, direct democracy. They used to discuss and decide, even for postings. Engineers used to decide. I was in government of company. They are joint ventures, government of this country and that country. And they did not arbitrarily take any decision. They just depended on performance. They used to watch performance of every staff. Accordingly, they used to bring your performance value into their meetings, which are democratic meetings, also of their management meeting, and they used to decide where this man should go to work for every project. This is that Libya, but now that Libya is over, Gaddafi is no more, and management is changed, and Libya is broken like one side is military powerful and one side is civilian powerful. This military and both are fighting in their own country. So that is called destruction. A mature person was there. He was isolated by Africa, and now Libya itself is a type of isolation. People are fighting together. There is a government and there is opposition in form of army. They are fighting. We are still lucky. We don't have that type of conflict here. But in future, everything is possible. If we talk of, we can say this, we can say dissections of society, just like dissections of dead body. If you think of dissections of religion, dissection of secularism, then we have to meet same consequence, same can say destiny, negative destiny, unbearable destiny we may have to face. Are we ready for that? We are not ready for that. We are not at all ready for that. Then we have to understand what we have to do. Yes, we need leaders. Of course, we need leaders, but that doesn't mean you need impose leaders. We don't want to impose leaders. There is problem everywhere. People have changed their routes. Gulf has changed routes. Gulf, so-called rich in oil, has known that they cannot forever rely upon oil. They have started managing their strategies alternatively, but we do not manage. What we are doing? No problem. I need this money. Sell this land. Okay, I now need that money. Sell that land. And then after some time, I need, okay, sell this land. We keep on selling to get money and solve problem. Yes, currently you solve it. After that, if problem comes again, what shall you sell? We should think. Selling is easy, but making is not easy. We need leaders who can make. We need leaders who can augment. We need leaders who can coagulate. We need leaders who are consistent, who are competent, who are reliable. And what is reliability in leadership? It's very important. It's not management principle. It's not self-orientation principle. Go everywhere. You have leaders like who is safe or whose work is safe, who keeps others safe, and who gives service, who delivers promises, who delivers what one claims, what one says, I can give you this, and whose actions must have permanent impact, not 1 day or 2 day impact. So safety plus service ability plus durability. These three abilities equal to reliabilities. If you have such potential, you can be called reliable. And reliability is very important. Means your work is so strong, powerful that we can use that work. That is very important. We should understand that. But we unfortunately oppose that. Chalta hai bhai, why worry? We should have, we stop this better. We have to think in advanced way, not in orthodox way, not in paradox way. We have to use our minds for whole world, not only this. Just war is not adequate. Just war is no solution. We have to try to solve war issue. Why we impose war on ourselves? Don't impose war. But people are rigid. They feel pleasure. They just think, oh, we can fight with that country and loot that country. Never, ever assess that your enemy is weak. It is the first principle of management, first principle of safety. Why should I consider my opponent is weak? On what basis? Even if my opponent is smaller to me, I should not say that. Everybody has certain power. And if your opponent is intelligent one, you should you should be you should use that person than opponent. But that opponent is so your friend is foolish one. Shall you depend upon that foolishness? We have to consider this way. Bharat is great, and other countries are also great. I have nothing against anyone, but I am concerned for my nation because it's my duty. It's my duty to do this. Only elections are not enough. Only legislature is not enough. Only executive is not enough. And only courts are not enough. We are constitution, which means a sum of many institutions. And every institution is based on some constitutions. So you can say institution and institution plus institution means constitution of institution plus constitution of institution, etc. equal constitution of Bharat, India. That is why we have to respect that because I am bound by that, you are bound by that. So why to oppose that? Why to think in a different way that I can change everything? You cannot change anything. I am not against anybody. I am against abusive management. I am against abusive human rights. I am against the game plan. Why should there be a game plan? What is need of game plan? If you are fine, you are positive, you are ambitious, you have objective, rather than reaching that objective or destiny, you are trying to hide that. You are trying to deflect that. That is not good. I know our system is not working properly. The structural system of this country has been demolished, but that demolition is not final. People, when there is say no opposition, when you say people are afraid of government, but there is always one part in that opposition itself, that's submission itself, that is your part, that calls you and asks you, work for me, think for me. We have to do that, but we do not do that. Example I have given of other countries. Example I have given Jammu Kashmir, which is very important. And I am sure that ultimately there will be some solution to come out of this problem, because hot pursuit or war shall not be able to solve this issue. And this is very, very burning issue in our country. Government may not accept, whosoever are there may not accept, but facts cannot be changed. And facts are there that those people have been have been under suppression and oppression for more than 2 months, around 2.5 months, and we have not taken care of that, and that is our mistake. We have to consider them human being first, our friends first, our, I can say, family people first. But we did not give that regard to them. We are just treating them as if they are animals, just to get signals from them to keep mum silent. And that's not management way. That is not a governance. It is called, you can say, just to please one, you are unpleasing other one. And that's not a way to win. This is just a way to, they will be more angry, more, you can say, more beaters, and we have to face that. We have not to learn from those people who don't understand. We have to learn from maturity. We have to learn from England that they change their PMs. They can change immediately very fast, and we cannot change. We cannot even think to change. That's the problem. We have to understand this country very well. We have to amend this country. We have to think positive for this country. We have to think negative for this country as well. Because if we don't think negative, we cannot come out with solutions. We have all kinds of problems. We know it. First problem is that we don't want to realize there's a problem. This itself is a problem. If you imagine everything is fine, if our head imagines that everything is fine, we are we are living in peace, you will not find any solution. Why is self-cheating? Whole world knows for the fact your facts of other countries are known everywhere in this world. There's no meaning to hide. All know what type of people we are. They know how many intelligent we are. They know we are lacks of engineers, doctors in this country, and those people don't have. Even then, they ignore us because we are speechless people. We are not. We don't raise voice. We don't raise. We just submit, and submit. Correction we have to make ourselves. Nobody else will make correction. Correction doesn't come in one day. It takes time, but it comes. You'll be stress free if you think for nation. Somebody doesn't have time, so busy. I don't have time to think of this. I don't have time to read constitution. Don't read. I am only advising. If you don't read, I'm not losing anything. It's your choice. If you read or don't read. Who is forcing you? I'm not forcing you. But learn about world first. Take some interest in that. See what type of people are existing in the world. It is our valuable work if you think that. Africans, how they think, Europeans, how they think and act, how Africans act, how yes, Americans act, how Gulf acts. We have to learn everyone just to see where we are. But that should be in open minds. When you start talking about all these political issues, these constitutional issues and abusive of issues, people are starting saying, why you are talking all this? I don't worry about that. If people think that way, let them think. What we have to do, we have to do. No way out. World is changing, has been changing, and we have to keep pace with that. We have to prove to world that we are not fools. We took something, we took some action as called Article 370 of Constitution, and we are so proud of that. We have done it. But are we really proud? We have to investigate this. We have to self-check it. We have to audit ourselves. If public audits, believe me, there is no need of CAG. But public is silent. Public has been sleeping. Why do we not audit our work? I'm not repeating, I'm just informing. We acted upon 370 scrap, right? We scrapped it. You just think, what was necessity? Just think one way. Don't explain to me what PM says. I'm not interested in that. I am a self-teacher. I am self-analyzer. I am thinking myself, and you also think better. Don't move by political people. These political people who are only interested in votes. None of you had gone or has gone through what was that. I have put these details every in all these talks. I have put this text of video, this information of documentation of particularly this JNK because this is a problem which created frictions, amities between our nation and Pakistan nation. Whatever background is that, I'm not going to that. But did we study that properly? Just like we know about NRC in Assam, there's a poll issue and election. Same thing is 370. You people don't know what is 370. I'm not saying all don't know, but 98% people do not know anything about Article 370, which was within the Constitution of our country. They even do not know in what relation it was, why it was, and what are linked documents. Linked documents and this document are very, very attractive and intellectual documents. We have to understand that. These documents, you go one by one to these documents, which starts from letter written to Mountbatten by Hari Singh and then instrument accession and then 370 and then some other agreement and then there's you can say constitutional JNK 1956 and you go further then similar agreement and all these documents are clubbed together. You think court is not take actions? Why court is not take action? You should just think on why Supreme Court, which is considered highest one, highest authorized, highest empowered, and highly respected court by people of this country, why Supreme Court is silent? It is because they probably know that something is wrong. They are judges, national level judges, Supreme Court judges. They know well, and they just try to defer issues. And but deference is no solution as well. We cannot just defer, just defer for something. So courts have to. They know it. I know. Public don't know actually. Just imagine if this Kashmir problem is solved, what is left to have amity between our country and Pakistan? Any other issue there? Any other issues there? I don't think there are issues there. And this issue is not that complex as well. Can be resolved if desired. But politics has to move for them. Votes are required for them. Certain issues must be kept boiling. This is called politics. This must be resolved. I don't want war. You don't want war. But these leaders want war. Because they are not going to border. Their kids are not going to border. Our great soldiers shall sacrifice their lives. They shall fight, and these people shall get name. This happens in every war. There is no need of war, but there is need of adjustment. There is need of conferences, which is not happening. It's not happening at all. So we may say, actually, we have ourselves created this problem, and we are not intending to solve it. Up to you, dear gentlemen, up to you, how you think that way. I can do only to my extent possible, not to all of your extent possible. अब कुछ थोड़ी हिंदी में बात कर लेते हैं, कुछ लोगों के लिए 5 मिनट 10 मिनट, ताकि कुछ तो दूसरों को समझ आए। हालांकि सारी बातें मैं नहीं कर पाया हूँ। चुनाव हम जीत जाते हैं, बीजेपी वाले हैं, मान लीजिए। चुनाव हरियाणा में होता है, चुनाव महाराष्ट्र में होता है। पता नहीं क्या सोचते थे लोग, क्या चाहते थे लोग, टेलीविजन वाले क्या चाहते थे, लेकिन पब्लिक क्या चाहती है आप जानते हैं। आप ईवीएम से यूज करें या ना करें, ईवीएम आपने यूज किया हम ये भी जानते हैं, ईवीएम से आपने हेरा फेरी की हम ये भी जानते हैं। आप माने या ना माने, लेकिन सच्चाई तो यही है। जब तक ईवीएम रहेगी, स्वच्छ साफ चुनाव नहीं होगा। हम ईवीएम के खिलाफ नहीं बात कर रहे, हम नियत के खिलाफ बात कर रहे हैं, क्योंकि ईवीएम एक एडजस्टेबल गैजेट है। इसका गलत यूज किया जा सकता है, इसमें कोई नई बात नहीं। सॉफ्टवेयर होता है और यूज हो रहे हैं। जहां जनता भड़की हो, सारी जनता, रोजगार ना मिल रहा हो, युवा परेशान हो, किसान परेशान हो, किसान आत्महत्या कर रहा हो, खूब लोगों को मारा जा रहा हो, तंग किया जा रहा हो, लिंचिंग के नाम पे या किसी और चीज के नाम पे या गाय के नाम पे, जहां कहीं भी कोई शांति ना हो देश में, इस तरह चल रहा हो जैसे लूटपाट मच जाएगी थोड़े दिनों में। और वो देश एक ऐसा देश जिसका दुनिया में रिकॉर्ड है, डेमोक्रेसी का रिकॉर्ड है और रिकॉर्ड्स हैं, वो बात नहीं समझता, वो सदा नहीं रहना चाहता। वो चाहता है कि ऐसा ही चलता रहे। सत्ता में आना ना आना एक अलग बात है। आप आइए सत्ता में, काम करेंगे बहुत अच्छी बात है, नहीं करेंगे तो आप किसी भी दल के क्यों ना हो, आपको कौन पूछेगा। और यही मैं जानना चाहता हूं आपसे कि इस दलित राजनीति को बाहर निकाल के फेंक देना चाहिए। ये जो दल राजनीति है, राजनीतिक दल है, इन्होंने राजनीति का सत्यानाश करके रख दिया है। सब दल शामिल है उसमें। जब राजनीतिक दल वास्तविक दल बन जाएं, जब राजनीतिक दल राजनीति ना करें, हेराफेरी करें, जब राजनीतिक दलों की मंजिल खाली सत्ता पाना रह जाए, तो वो शब्द राजनीति अपने आप में गाली बन जाता है। राजनीति, हाउ टू रूल पॉलिसी, there should be a policy how to rule ourselves. Actually this is self rule. When meaning of that changes, when that rajniti includes in itself corruption, includes in itself money directly, how can you say that rajniti is continuing? And it is not continuing. It's waste of time. फिर मैं इंग्लिश में बोल रहा हूँ, गलत हो गया, सॉरी। राजनीति चल रही है गलत रास्ते पे, लोग सुधारना भी चाहते हैं, लोग मजबूर भी हैं, क्या करें, कुछ हाथ में नहीं है। हमारा ढांचा ऐसा बन चुका है कि हमारे हाथ में कुछ नहीं आ रहा, हम हटाना भी चाहें तो हट नहीं रहा। अब आप देखिए, ईवीएम से ही चाहिए, छेरा फेरी से ही सही, कुछ तो चेंज हुआ। ओवर जिनको था, ऊपर का विश्वास था जिनको, जरूरत से ज्यादा विश्वास था जिन लोगों को, उनको पब्लिक ने चांटा भी मारा है। पूरा नहीं मार पाए, थोड़ा मारा, लेकिन सुधार फिर भी नहीं हो रहा, नहीं हो रहा। पावर के भूखे लोग अपनी भूख मिटाने के लिए कुछ भी कर रहे हैं। कोई कहने का फायदा नहीं, इशारा समझना चाहिए। जो राजनीति में विश्वास रखते हैं वो कुछ भी हद तक जा रहे हैं और कर रहे हैं। हम उनका कुछ नहीं कर पाएंगे, क्योंकि हम चिल्लाने वाली पब्लिक हैं, इफेक्ट वाली पब्लिक नहीं। और अब तो चिल्ला भी नहीं रहे हम लोग, वो भी बंद कर दिया हमने, क्योंकि एक ही आदमी हमारे आंखों के सामने आता है और वही आदमी हमारे लिए सब कुछ है, और आप उसके लिए कुछ नहीं हो। ये चीज आपको जितना जल्दी और समझ जाना चाहिए मेरे देश की जनता के लोगों। ये राजनीति की गंदगी, ये राजनीति के कीड़े मकोड़े, ये राजनीति की सीवेज, ये राजनीति गंदी हवा, ये राजनीति का गंदा लिक्विड आपको साफ करना है। कोई और नहीं आएगा साफ करने। जितना आप डरेंगे उतना आप परेशान होंगे। सिंपल सी बात है। आप अगर आगे नहीं आ सकते तो आपकी जगह कोई आगे नहीं आएगा। आपको आना है इस देश को सुधारने के लिए, इस गंद को सुधारने के लिए। आपको आना है उस काम के लिए जो आप आज तक नहीं कर पाए। एक समय था, हुआ भी था वो काम, लेकिन वो बात कुछ और थी। आज के सर्कमस्टेंसेस से मेल नहीं खाती। हमने ऐसे ऐसे प्राइम मिनिस्टर देखे, अटल बिहारी को देखा, दूसरों को देखा, पीवी सिंह को देखा, और अब इसको देख रहे हैं। हम जानते हैं ये लोग किसी के नहीं हो सकते, ये हो ही नहीं सकते किसी के। जब गंद भर जाए माइंड में धर्म की, जब गंद भर जाए माइंड में जात का, तो डेमोक्रेसी कहाँ रहेगी, लोकतंत्र कहाँ रहेगा। षड्यंत्र ही षड्यंत्र होगा, लोकतंत्र नहीं होगा। षड्यंत्र के मारे हम लोग, लोकतंत्र के मारे हम लोग, देश के मारे हम लोग, हर चीज से मारे हम लोग। बस हम आगे नहीं चलना चाहते, हम जिम्मेदारी नहीं लेना चाहते, हम एक्शन नहीं लेना चाहते। हम चाहते हैं हम उसी कीड़े मकोड़े की तरह से मर जाएं, लुट जाएं, पैसा छिन जाए, वो हम जानना चाहते हैं। हमें चिंता नहीं किसी चीज़ की। देश बर्बाद हो जाए, कुछ भी हो जाए, आग लग जाए, हमें कोई चिंता नहीं किसी की। हम खाली ये बचा देंगे श्योर कि वहाँ खाली फायर ब्रिगेड थी, उनके पास भरने को पानी नहीं था। वो हालत हो सकती है। लंबा चौड़ा मैं नहीं बोल रहा आपसे, मैं सिर्फ इससे बोल रहा हूँ कि आपने जो अपने वोट का प्रयोग कर रहे हैं वो क्या देख के करें। सवाल सिर्फ यही है। आप लोग सब समझदार हैं, आप लोगों ने बहुत जिंदगी भी देखी है, सब कुछ किया है, लेकिन समझदारी कहाँ होनी चाहिए ये आपको पता होना चाहिए। समझदारी आपके वोट में होनी चाहिए कि आप चाहते क्या है। हमें माना कि आपका वोट दूसरी पार्टी को जाएगा, वो ईवीएम की वजह से जाएगा, लेकिन फिर भी आपको पता तो होना चाहिए आपने करना क्या है। आपको ये समझ आना बहुत आवश्यक है कि आपने करना क्या है। आप चाहते हैं रिवॉल्यूशन लाना, आप चाहते हैं समाज को चेंज करना, आप चाहते हैं देश को चेंज करना, आप चाहते हैं देश को आगे बढ़ाना। ये सब अच्छी बातें हैं, लेकिन आप सिर्फ चाहते हैं, आप सब कुछ करना चाहते हैं, आप देश से बाहर भी जाना चाहते हैं। अच्छी बात है, काम कीजिए आगे। वहाँ जाते हैं तो आप बड़ी गंदा नहीं फैलाते हैं, ऑफिस साफ रखते हैं, तो इस भारतवर्ष में क्या हो जाता है कि यहाँ का लोग, यहाँ का वो विद्वान जो है हमारे लिए वो काम नहीं करता है, और जो उसको करना चाहिए वो नहीं करता है। जनता को बेवकूफ़ बनाया जाता है। बनाइए बेवकूफ़, कब तक बनाएंगे, कितना बनाएंगे। याद रख लेना, हर चीज़ की ज्यादती अच्छी नहीं होती। आप कंट्रोल लीजिए, कंट्रोल के लिमिट से, लेकिन आप अगर कंट्रोल से काम करने वाले को मार देंगे तो वो आपका नहीं रहेगा, क्योंकि वो मर जाएगा। मरने के बाद तो वापस नहीं आएगा, लेकिन आपका कैरेक्टर तो गिर जाएगा। आप तो चरित्रवान थे, आप एक ऐसे राजनेता थे जो कहते थे कि देश को सुधारना है, हम सुधार पाएंगे। लेकिन अभी तक जो भी पता लग रहा है, हम सुधर नहीं रहे, हम बिगड़ रहे हैं। मैं देश का नागरिक, आप देश के नागरिक, कोई वैल्यू नहीं, नागरिक हैं हम, बस इतना ही काफी है हमारे लिए। एक ऐसा देश जहां प्रॉब्लम ही प्रॉब्लम, प्रॉब्लम ही प्रॉब्लम, प्रॉब्लम ही प्रॉब्लम, और सॉल्यूशन देने वाला कोई नहीं, आप उस देश को क्या कहेंगे? क्या कहेंगे आप ऐसे देश को जहां लापरवाही हो, जहां सोने में कंपटीशन हो, मैं सोऊं और मैं सोऊं और मैं सोऊं और मैं खाऊं और मैं पीऊं, इस बात का हो तो उस देश का क्या होगा? राजनीति ने भ्रष्टाचार बढ़ाया है, अभी भी बढ़ा रही है। राजनीति ने ऐसा भ्रष्टाचार बढ़ाया, भ्रष्टाचार करप्शन किया, जो किसी युवा शक्ति ने नहीं करने दिया। क्या करें फिर हम, बताइए आप। एक प्रश्न उठता है, हम क्या करें? प्रश्न है क्या करें क्या ना करें। कभी आप उठाएंगे प्रश्न, कभी आप सोचेंगे इस बात को। अगर आप सोचेंगे तो अपने लिए अच्छा करेंगे। हमारी सबसे बड़ी शक्ति क्या है, मैं बार बार कहता हूं और फिर कह रहा हूं, आप सोचिए आपकी बड़ी शक्ति क्या है, जो इस देश को हिला देती है, जो हमारी व्यवस्थाओं को हिला देती है, हमारे नेताओं को उठा के पटक देती है और उठा के आसमान में बिठा देती है। वो शक्ति हमारा मत अधिकार है, हमारा संवैधानिक वोट है, जो हम इस्तेमाल करते हैं जब भी चाहते हैं। जब भी चुनाव होते हैं, पार्टियां आती हैं, सब कुछ होता है और आप उनको वोट दे देते हैं। ऐसा क्यों है? क्या वोट देना काफी है? आप सोचिए जरा। हम क्या वोट देने के लिए पैदा हुए हैं इस देश में कि आप चाहो ना चाहो वोट दे के आ जाओ? प्रधानमंत्री साहब तो कहते हैं कि आपका उत्सव है ये, पर मैं इसको उत्सव नहीं मानता। मेरे लिए वोट देना उत्सव नहीं है, मजाक नहीं है वोट देना, खेल नहीं है गिल्ली डंडे का या क्रिकेट का या फुटबॉल का। ये वोट है, मेरा मत है, मेरा अधिकार है। मैं दूं या ना दूं, अधिकार बनाऊं या ना बनाऊं, दोनों बातें हैं। अगर आप वोट का मतलब सही समझ जाओगे तो आप अपने आप को बहुत ऊंचा समझने लगोगे, गवर्नमेंट से ऊंचा समझोगे, क्योंकि आपने वोट को वोट जाना है। जानना जरूरी है कि वोट आखिर होता क्या है। खाली गए वोट दे के आ गए, कहा जी मैंने अपना वोट दे दिया, ठीक है, आपने अपना वोट दे दिया, अच्छी बात है, लेकिन क्या दिया सोच के ये आपको पता नहीं। यही बस बात की जरूरत होती है कि जो आपको पता है आप उसको एनालाइज कीजिए, तभी आपकी समझ आएगा आखिर हमने क्या दिया है, क्या मिला है आपको। वोट कोई गाजर मूली नहीं है, कोई ककड़ी नहीं है तो दो पार्टी से तोड़ के दे दो, थोड़ी खा लो, एक दो रोटी खा लो, रोटी नहीं बनी है इसलिए वोट नहीं होता है। वोट इस देश का भविष्य है, आपका भविष्य है, आपका अधिकार है, संपूर्ण अधिकार है आपका। वोट जो आप एक एमपी को बना के भेजते हैं या एमएलए को बना के भेजते हैं, वो वोट खाली नहीं है, वो आपकी एक्सेप्टेंस है, आपकी प्रोसेस है कि आपको बिगड़ना नहीं चाहिए। ये वोट का मतलब वो होता है, ये नहीं कि मैं गया लाइन में लगाओ, देख के आ गया कांग्रेस को, बीजेपी को, किसी और को, और खुश हो गया आके देखो मैं वोट दे आया हूँ। वोट का मतलब एक सैंक्शन होता है, एक गारंटी होती है कि आप हमारे लिए काम करेंगे और हो सके देखिए ये काम करेंगे। आप वोट देते हैं, हमेशा देते आ रहे हैं, कुछ लोग बीजेपी को देते हैं, कुछ लोग कांग्रेस को देते हैं या कुछ किसी और को देते हैं। आप सोचिए क्या सही है? सोचना तो आपको है, मैंने नहीं। मैंने तो जो सोचता था सोचा हुआ है, इसलिए आपसे बात कर रहा हूँ। आप जो सोचते हैं, जो आप कर रहे हैं वो सही है। क्यों हम इनको वोट दें आखिर, बीजेपी को, कांग्रेस को या किसी और को? क्यों दें इनको वोट? हम गुलाम हैं क्या इनके? एग्रीमेंट इनके साथ क्या? कि हम इस देश में पैदा हुए हैं कि हम दोनों में से किसको वोट दें या किसी तीसरे को वोट दें? क्यों भाई? इनमें ऐसा क्या है? क्यों नहीं उनको वोट? हमारा संविधान कोई फोर्स तो नहीं करता कि आप राजनीतिक दल को वोट दें। कोई संविधान फोर्स नहीं करता कहीं। पढ़ लीजिए आप संविधान, आप दिखा दीजिए कहाँ क्या लिखा है। हमारा संविधान सिर्फ इतना कहता है कि आपको पार्लियामेंट हाउस में जो लोकसभा है उसको कॉन्स्टिट्यूट करना है, या राज्य के अंदर जो भी वो है स्टेट असेंबली, उसको आपने अपने आप को जलाना है, उसे गर्म करना है और पीना है उसके बाद। तो हम वोट को वोट क्यों ना समझें, तो पार्टी को क्यों समझें? ठीक है, आप पार्टी के वर्कर होंगे, आप पार्टी के लीडर होंगे, आप सब कुछ होंगे पार्टी का, पर मुझे पार्टी से क्या लेना? मैं क्यों पार्टी पार्टी करूं? मैं क्यों ना चेक करूं कि आप क्या कर रहे हैं? बहुत बड़ा इशू है, बहुत बड़ी समस्या है समझने की। नहीं समझेंगे तो नुकसान ही पाएंगे। याद रखो, वोट ही आपका अधिकार है, इससे बढ़ के आपका अधिकार कोई नहीं हो सकता। यही वोट प्रधानमंत्री को बनाता है, यही वोट मुख्यमंत्री को बनाता है, हालांकि सीधा नहीं बनाता है। एमपी को जरूर बनाता है सीधा, एमएलए को बनाता है सीधा, और फिर बात एमएलए एमपी के ऊपर आती है कि वो किससे अपना नेता चुने। लेकिन यह ऐसा नहीं हो रहा। इस पार्टी की सीट आ गई तो इसकी गवर्नमेंट, उस पार्टी से उसकी गवर्नमेंट। पहली बात तो यही गलत है। चलिए माना, आपने वोट सोच समझ के दे दिया, आपने आदमी की कैपेबिलिटी जानी, क्या आपने सोचा मुझे बीजेपी को देना है, मेरा परिवार बीजेपी को देता आया है, मुझे कांग्रेस को देना है, मेरे और कांग्रेस को देता आया है? क्या ये सोच काफी है? मेरे हिसाब से काफी नहीं है। आपको बदलना पड़ेगा। ये पार्टियां मेरा भविष्य नहीं है और आपका भी भविष्य नहीं है। ये तो दुकानें हैं। 6 करोड़, 7 करोड़, 10 करोड़, 20 करोड़ में तो टिकट लिया जाता है इनका चुनाव लड़ने के लिए। तो जो आदमी इतना टिकट देगा पैसे देके, वो आपका आदमी कैसे हुआ? उसने तो खरीद लिया एक टिकट, और जरूरत पड़ती है तो पार्टियां दूसरे आदमी को खरीद लेती हैं गाजर मूली समझ के। हाँ जी, आप कितने किलो रुपए बिकेंगे, आप आ जाइए। सॉरी, आप कितने रुपए किलो बिकेंगे, आप आ जाइए। हम आपको इतने करोड़ में खरीद रहे हैं, आ जाइए। उससे भी सरकारें बन जाती हैं। फिर कहते हैं जी डेमोक्रेसी है। वो आदमी पैसे देकर टिकट खरीदता है, ये पार्टी पैसे देके दूसरे को खरीदती है। तो ये लोकतंत्र है या ये मार्केट है? ये क्या है? अगर ये लोकतंत्र इनका बिजनेस है पार्टियों वाले का, किसी भी पार्टी का, कि उनको तो वोट मिल ही जाएंगे, वो लोगों को जाने या ना जाने, लोगों की समस्या को सुने या ना सुने, बस वो वोट मिल जाने, कैसे मिलने चाहिए, प्लस माइनस वे में, अच्छे बुरे वे में आपको वोट मिल गए, आपकी ओम नमः शिवाय हो गई। आपके दिन अच्छे आ गए क्योंकि आप सरकार में आ गए, आप लेजिस्लेचर में आ गए, लेकिन उसका क्या जिसने आपको वोट दिया? कभी आपने उसके बारे में सोचा कि वो क्या खाता है, क्या करता है, क्या सोता है, जॉब है कि नहीं है, कुछ देश के लिए क्या कर रहा है? कभी सोचा आपने? नहीं सोचा। आप सोचेंगे नहीं क्योंकि आपका दिमाग बंद हो चुका है। आपका दिमाग देखता है, कान सुनता है, लेकिन सच ये है कि सुनता नहीं, कुछ नहीं सुनता। जिस दिन आप वोट का मतलब समझ जाएंगे, आप आदमी की वैल्यू देख के वोट देंगे, उसकी काबिलियत देख के वोट देंगे, उसको देख के कितना पढ़ा लिखा है, कितना क्या है, क्या काम किया है, क्या इसका बैकग्राउंड है, कैसा रहा है, क्या चरित्र है, ये देख के आप वोट देंगे। तो पार्टी वोट नहीं ले पाएगी क्योंकि आप पार्टी को तो वोट दे नहीं रहे। तो पार्टी को वोट जीतना किसी इंडिविजुअल काम में इतना आसान नहीं है। इस बात को समझना बहुत जरूरी है। जितना हम इस दूर से भागेंगे, अपने आप से भागते जाएंगे। जहां वोट का दुश्मन हमारा देश बन चुका है और वोट हमारा दुश्मन बन चुका है, इसको हटाना पड़ेगा। हमको देखना पड़ेगा, हमको आगे आना पड़ेगा, इन राजनीतिक दलों को बाहर फेंकना पड़ेगा, तभी सब कुछ सही होगा। ये राजनीतिक दल नहीं, गुंडे हैं सारे के सारे। इसको मार, उसको मार, इसको तोड़, उसको तोड़, इस सीट से मतलब बस किसी भी तरह मेरी सरकार बननी चाहिए। दबा के बनाओ, गोली दिखा के बनाओ, केस करके बनाओ या पैसे देके बनाओ, आपको सरकार बनानी है, इनकी बनानी है, और लेजिस्लेचर चल जाए भाड़ में। सबके लिए है, एक के लिए नहीं है। देखिए, मेरा काम बताना है, आप जानते भी हैं, फिर भी बता रहा हूँ, इसलिए सुन लीजिए, आगे से ऐसा बंद कर दीजिए। मत सोचिए कौन जीतेगा कौन हारेगा, काबिलियत देखिए, समझिए कि वो कौन क्या है, आपके देश के लिए क्या करेगा, वो उसका माइंड क्या है, उसकी सोच क्या है, ये सब देखिएगा, तभी आएगा हाथ में कुछ, नहीं तो सब बेकार है। मैं कांग्रेसी हूँ, मैं बीजेपी हूँ, भाई क्यों हूँ मैं? मुझे बीजेपी से, मुझे कांग्रेस से क्या लेना है? मैं उनका गुलाम नहीं हूं, वो ना होना चाहता हूं। मेरी बला से मुझे भारत से लेना है। ये तो मेरे देश को बेच रहे हैं, ये कंपनी बेच दे, वो कंपनी बेच दे, रेलवे को बेच दे, उसको बेच दे, इसको बेच दे, उसको बेच दे। ये तो सेल्स कर रहे हैं सब कुछ, बनाया इन्होंने कुछ नहीं है, और सेल्स जरूर कर रहे हैं, क्योंकि सेल्समैन ही है ये बीड़ी बेचते होंगे, सिगरेट बेचते होंगे, पान बेचते होंगे, चाय बेचते होंगे, ठेला लगाते होंगे, छोटे मोटे काम करते होंगे, साइकिल को पंचर लगाते होंगे। हमने इनको बैठा दिया नेता बना के, और हमारे ही विरुद्ध काम करते हैं, हमारे को लाइन में लगवा देते हैं, हमारे सारे साथ गलत काम कर देते हैं, हमारे बैंकों का पैसा लुटा देते हैं। ऐसा कौन सा काम नहीं है जो नहीं करते? अगर हमने अपना वोट दे के इनसे ऐसा काम कराना है तो भैया मैं तो वोट नहीं देता। इसलिए आप भी सोचिए आपको क्या कर रहे हैं। क्या इनको पावर में लाने का मतलब ये है कि सब कुछ खा जाओ लूट के, मेरा सब कुछ लूट लो, मुझे दो मत मुझसे ले लो, देश को दो मत देश से ले लो, और फिर अपनी हेंगड़ दिखाओ कि जो कुछ मैं हूं? नहीं चले। ठीक है, एक बार दो बार तीन बार आप पावर में आ सकते हैं, हेरा फेरी करके आप आए हैं और आएंगे, लेकिन हमेशा तो आप नहीं रहेंगे, हमेशा तो आप नहीं रहेंगे। बात समझनी जरूरी है। जो नहीं समझेगा गलत रहेगा। जब तक हमारे देश का वोटर वोट का मतलब नहीं समझता, ये देश नहीं सुधर सकता। कहने की बातें हैं, हम भ्रष्टाचार हटाएंगे, हम ये हटाएंगे, हम नया भारत बनाएंगे, हम ये भारत बनाएंगे। नया भारत उस दिन बन जाएगा जिस दिन आप राजनीतिक दलों को वोट देना बंद कर देंगे, राजनीतिक दलों को भूल जाएंगे, वोट व्यक्ति को देंगे, सोच समझ के देंगे, उसकी काबिलियत को, उसकी सीवी को देख के देंगे, ये जान के देंगे कि वो है कौन, आपको जानता है, आपकी बात को सुनता है, आपके क्वेश्चन को आंसर देता है, आपकी बात उससे हुई है, चाहे बेशक 15 मिनट के लिए हुई हो, कभी हुआ है कि नहीं हुआ है, उस दिन पता लग जाएगा कि राजनीति क्या होती है। हमें उम्मीदवार ऐसे चाहिए जो हमारे हो, हमारे बारे में सोचना कि बीजेपी और कांग्रेस के हो। वो तो प्रोफेशनल हैं, वो तो औद्योगिक है उनका घराना, वो औद्योगिक लोग हैं सारे, वो चाहे आरएसएस के हों या बीजेपी के हों, किसी के हों, उनके लिए तो उद्योग है राजनीति, उनके लिए नाम नहीं है राजनीति। अपने वोट को जिस दिन समझ जाओगे, फिर मैं कह रहा हूं, भूल जाओ इन चोरों को, भूल जाओ इन दलों को, याद रखो देश का नागरिक देश पे राज करेगा, देश का राजनीतिक दल नहीं। राजनीति पब्लिक से होती है, पार्टी से नहीं। राजनीति बातों से होती है, इंट्रैक्शन से होती है, इन्वेस्टिगेशन से होती है, चेकिंग से होती है, बातों से नहीं। हमें हल्ला नहीं मचवाना लोकसभा में, इंटेलिजेंस से सोचना है क्या होना चाहिए क्या नहीं होना चाहिए, वो नहीं करते। जितने भी स्कीमें आई उनकी सब फेल हो गई। बातें हैं, बातों का क्या क्या करेंगे बात सुन के, बात करके? अरे कुछ करो तो सही। आप नहीं करेंगे तो पब्लिक को तो करना है, कैसे भी करेगी। आप बस इलेक्शन जीत के बात खत्म हो गई, आपका मतलब इलेक्शन जीतने तक का है। इलेक्शन तो फिर भी आएंगे, 2 दिन साल में 5 साल में फिर भी आएंगे, फिर आपको जवाब देना होगा। ये तो होते रहेंगे इलेक्शन, रुकेंगे नहीं। लेकिन आप नहीं होंगे, हम भी नहीं होंगे, क्या करेंगे फिर? अपने आप को चेंज करो। आप किस पार्टी की, इससे फर्क नहीं पड़ता, इससे जरूर फर्क पड़ता है कि आप कौन हैं, कौन है आप। अपने वोट के अधिकार को सही तरह से यूज करना सीखो। कैसा उम्मीदवार आपको चाहिए, क्या वो कर सकता है आपके लिए, क्या नहीं कर सकता है आपके लिए, और इनसे पूछो जो आपके अभी चुने हुए हैं कि बताइए आपने क्या किया। आप उनसे पूछ सकते हैं तो वो अपने आप बदल जाएंगे, नहीं तो आप पिसते रहना ऐसे ही, वो खाते रहेंगे ऐसे ही। उनका तो एक धंधा है, उनका तो एक बिजनेस है, उनकी तो एक ट्रेड है, ये उनका व्यापार है, और आपका वोट उनके लिए हथियार है, आपके लिए नहीं। आपका काम सिर्फ वोट देना है, उसके बाद उनकी शक्ल भी नहीं देखना। आप बस इतना ही जानते हो, इससे ज्यादा आप नहीं जानते हो, क्योंकि आपका माइंड आपको जानने नहीं देता है। जब आपका माइंड आपको जानने नहीं देता है तो आप क्या करेंगे? इन्हीं के पैर छुएंगे, इन्हीं से अप्रोच लगाएंगे, इन्हीं से अपने काम निकलवाएंगे। यही पर्पस है आपकी राजनीति का। क्या करे कोई, क्या करे कोई? तो रिवॉल्यूशन की आवश्यकता है, क्रांति की आवश्यकता है। क्रांति आएगी वोट से, वोट व्यक्ति को जाए, सबसे अच्छा है। क्योंकि जब व्यक्ति के नाम पे वोट होगा, वोट पानी बहकर नहीं रहेगा, वो पानी की वजह से नहीं रहेगा। आखिर आखिर होती है, सच सच होती है, झूठ झूठ होती है। दूसरे देशों में क्या हुआ? दूसरे देशों में आप जानते होंगे वहाँ क्या हो रहा है। यमन यमन में देखिए क्या हुआ, यमन में कितना कुछ हुआ। हमें सीखना चाहिए। सीरिया में क्या हुआ, हमें सीखना चाहिए। फिलिस्तीन में क्या हो रहा है, हमें सीखना चाहिए। वेनेजुएला में क्या हो रहा है, हमें सीखना चाहिए। और भी जहाँ जहाँ प्रदेशों में कुछ हो रहा है, हमें सीखना चाहिए। लेकिन हम नहीं सीखेंगे, ये हमारा नियम है, हम नहीं सीख सकते। क्यों नहीं सीख सकते मैं नहीं जानता, और हम नहीं सीख सकते। मेरा आपसे सिर्फ हिंदी में कहने का ये है, दुनिया में क्या हो रहा है उसको भी समझिए, उसको भी समझिए। खाली सत्ता में आना नहीं होता, काफी काम करना भी होता है। आपने वोट किसको दिया, मुझे इससे कोई मतलब नहीं है। मैं सिर्फ ये कह रहा हूं कि आप वोट ऐसे आदमी को दें जो आपको काम करने वाला हो, चाहे वो पार्टी का हो या ना हो, कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता। इतने लोगों को पकड़ के लाते हैं, देखो जी हमने जितवा दिया इनसे, इनको पैसे दो, ऐसे ऐसे हो रहा है, मैंने देखा है। खैर दूसरे को मतलब मेरा नहीं है कि मैं इंक्वायरी कमीशन नहीं, जहां तक मैंने समझा आपको बताया, जितना मेरा दिमाग काम करता है मैं समझा रहा हूं। बाकी समझना नहीं समझना आपके हाथ में है। वोट देना आपका काम है, लेकिन किसको देना, कैसे देना, यह भी आपका काम है जानना। संविधान आपको नहीं रोकता किसी भी काम के लिए। संविधान कहता है लोकसभा को बनाइए और स्टेट असेंबली को बनाइए, ये आपका काम है, आपने बनाना है अपने वोट से। ये नहीं कहता कि किस पार्टी को बनाइए या ना बनाइए, ये भी नहीं कहता कि आप किसको पीएम बनाइए या ना बनाइए, या किसको सीएम बनाइए, कुछ नहीं कहता। वो सिर्फ ये कहता है कि लोकसभा बनाइए और आप स्टेट असेंबली बनाइए। आप जो भी बना सकते हैं तो बनाइए, क्यों नहीं बनाते आप? बनाना तो आपको है, समझना भी आपको है। और अब मैं सिर्फ इतना कहूँगा कि आप थोड़ा चेंज करिए अपने वोट को, और उन उम्मीदवारों को लाने की कोशिश करिए जब भी चुनाव कभी आए, जो वो किसी पार्टी की ना हो। क्योंकि जो 10 करोड़ की टिकट लेके आएगा और फिर 10 करोड़ चुनाव में लगाएगा, वो आपका एमपी एमएलए नहीं हो सकता किसी भी कीमत पे। इस बात का मैं आपको विश्वास दिलाता हूँ। अगर आपको अपना एमपी अपना एमएलए चाहिए तो अपने आप बिना किसी राजनीतिक पार्टी वाले को एक बार लाइए, देखना आपके देश से, मेरे देश से करप्शन खत्म हो जाएगी, ये गंदी राजनीति खत्म हो जाएगी। क्योंकि वो पैसा देके नहीं जीत के आएगा, वो पब्लिक के मैंडेट से आएगा। तो वो काम करेगा, वो खाने की सोचेगा नहीं, क्योंकि नया नया है अभी तो। और फिर जितना बड़ा होता जाएगा, उनका आगे चलता जाएगा, वो और गंदे होते जाएंगे, और मुझे आपको भी वो गंदे करते रहेंगे। मेरा मत मेरा अधिकार है, कोई दान नहीं दे रहा मैं किसी को, याद रखो। ये कहना मतदान मतदान मतदान, कोई मतदान नहीं है। हम दान नहीं दे रहे, हम अधिकार दे रहे हैं। और अधिकार जब दे रहे हैं, हमारा अधिकार आपको दे रहे हैं, तो हमारा हक है पूछना आपसे, ये बताइए आपने क्या किया या आप क्या करेंगे? क्यों नहीं हक है मेरा? आखिर मैं मत दे रहा हूं, अपनी पावर दे रहा हूं, तो मैं पूछूंगा आपसे आपने क्या किया, इसमें क्या गलत है? पूछने नहीं देती ये लोग, अखबार वालों को काम नहीं करने देते ये लोग, क्वेश्चन का आंसर नहीं देते ये लोग, अंदर कर देते हैं, मरवा देते हैं जो क्वेश्चन करता है। ये संविधान में लिखा है। क्या लिखा है संविधान में? कहाँ लिखा है लोगों को मरवा दो? कहाँ लिखा है प्रश्नों का उत्तर ना दो? कहाँ लिखा है कि फालतू बात ना करो? फालतू बात तो हम नहीं कर रहे, आप कर रहे हैं। मेरी को जो आपने कहा कि मैं ये करूंगा आपके लिए मोटर साहब, लेकिन आप कर तो रहे नहीं। आएंगे काम करेंगे, बाद में करेंगे। कब बाद में करेंगे आप? जरूरत तो मुझे काम की आज है। आप कह रहे हैं मैं 12 साल बात करूंगा, 15 साल बात करूंगा, 30 साल बात करूंगा। तो भाई मेरी जरूरत तो खत्म नहीं हो रही, मुझे तो मेरा काम नहीं मिल रहा, मैं तो आगे नहीं बढ़ पा रहा। ये काम मेरा देखने का है कि हमें नेता कैसे काम कर रहे हैं, ये हम चेक करें। जब आप चेक करना शुरू कर देंगे, जब आप एक ऐसे आदमी को चुनना शुरू कर देंगे जो किसी पार्टी का नहीं होगा, देखना देश नया भारत बन जाएगा उसी दिन। दहशत बह जाएगी इन लोगों में जो राजनीति के नेता समझते हैं अपने आप को। इनकी अकल ठिकाने आ जाएगी कि पब्लिक के आदमी भी आ सकते हैं और आपको फैसला फरा सकते हैं। पब्लिक भी आ सकती है, कभी भी आ सकती है। लेकिन अभी पब्लिक को आपने सुला दिया है, खुशबू पिला के, नशा पिला के, शराब पिला के, दारू पिला के आपने उनको सुला दिया है। तो कितने साल और सोएंगे हम नहीं जानते, लेकिन इतना जानते हैं जो है ठीक नहीं है, बिल्कुल ठीक नहीं है। अब मैं ज़्यादा बात ना करता हुआ क्योंकि 2 घंटे से ऊपर हो गए हैं, और मैं सिर्फ इतना कहूँगा, देश को संभालना है। वार को रुकवाना है तो रुकवा सकते हैं, वार से किसी का भला होने वाला नहीं है। और फोर्स कीजिए गवर्नमेंट को कि कश्मीर को खत्म करे प्रॉब्लम को, और उनके अधिकारों को वापस दे दे, उनको भी शांति से रहने दे। नहीं तो क्या होता है फ्यूचर में कोई नहीं जानता। हम ना पाकिस्तान पर रिलाई करते हैं, ना लोगों पर रिलाई करते हैं। हम अगर रिलाई करते हैं तो अपने आप पर रिलाई करते हैं, अपने काम पर रिलाई करते हैं। और बस मैं इतनी सी बात क्या कि क्योंकि ज़्यादा बात करने से आप लोग देखेंगे नहीं, सुनेंगे नहीं, और मैं आपको धन्यवाद दूंगा और कहूँगा कि जय भारत, आपने सोचा कुछ किया, धन्यवाद।